Using VSCode to run a Python file with Jupyter Notebook cells. To run a Python file with Jupyter Notebook cells using Visual Studio Code, VSCode, you can follow these steps. First, you have to install the necessary extensions. These are Python and Jupyter. So install the Python extension from Microsoft for Python development in VSCode. And you will find this here in extensions. And I have already installed it, and you will see it here as this. And the second one to have installed is Jupyter Notebook. Install the Jupyter Notebook extension from Microsoft to work with Jupyter Notebooks in VSCode. And that is this one here. The next thing to do is to create a new Python file. Open VS Code and create a new Python file by clicking on File, New File, or using the shortcut Ctrl+N. So we will do that here, New File, and then choose Python file. Save the file with a .py extension, for example, my script.py. File, save as. my_script.py. Add Jupyter Notebook cells. In the Python file, you can add Jupyter Notebook cells using the hash %% marker. It's a special comment that defines a cell. Each cell can contain Python code snippets that you want to execute individually. Here is an example of a Python file with Jupyter Notebook cells. If I just paste this in, you can see that each of these are like a cell. Alternatively, you can use this symboling, which is in square brackets, a number, and then colon. Like you have number 2 here and number 3. And these are individual cells. So to run Jupyter Notebook cells in the Python file, you can use VS Code's run cell feature that is provided by the Jupyter extension. Place the cursor inside a cell or select the cell you want to run. And then to run a single cell, you can use the shortcut Shift-Enter or right-click and choose Run Cell from the context menu. To run all the cells in the file, right-click to run the interactive window and choose Run All Cells. So we can do this by clicking here, and you see the output is here, or you can choose a cell and then click Shift, Enter, or you can right click, run interactive window, run all the cells. And when you run the cell, the output will be displayed in the integrated VS Code terminal. If you have any print statements or code that produces output, you will see it in the terminal. And to note here that VSCode treats each Jupyter Notebook cell as a separate block of code, so you can execute them individually or together. It provides a convenient way to organize and test your code in a notebook-like format within a Python